There will always be someone in the room who will think they are the smartest. But what do you do when there is a group of them? There is always an opportunity to meet someone who is invested in being the smartest, the most beautiful or strongest, and believes in illusions of false hierarchy where they are steps above the rest. The healthy questions that come up for these situations are: 1. Do you recognize it? 2. Do you agree with it? 3. Do you align with it? 4. Is this where you want to be? 5. Is this for your highest good? 6. Is it harmful to you and others? What are the blocks to asking these questions? Number 1, taking it personally. The hook is taking it personally. This hook can stimulate emotional reactions that create change to your intended trajectory or expectations in life. The hook can be unconsciously directed towards you or intentional, regardless of whether the person or persons who stimulate others through these hooks. It's about them and not you. The projections can have an impact regardless of whether their responses towards you are of malintent or simply learned and habitual behavior. How do you not take it personally? Number 1, knowing it is happening when it is happening. The only way to not take these responses personally is by having awareness of it as it is happening through the experience of it. It is someone's reactive behavior. Cultivating this awareness is the only way to have free will and choice from being drawn down the rabbit hole of their projections. Awareness brings knowledge, and knowledge shifts the dynamic. There is a saying, when the rabbit has the gun, essentially suggesting a shift in power dynamics. Number 2, going into agreement with it. The only way to not go into silent agreement with it is by being conscious of it as it is happening and of the consequences of being entrained by the experience. This experience tends to lead to a pattern of loss in one's sense of self-worth, self-value, and inner empowerment. This makes knowing the indicators an important step in skill development. 3. Getting bogged down and stuck in the experience. Social conditioning has led many into the pattern of fixing problems. Others may count on this reaction and purposely engage in a way to stimulate the environment for a response of constantly resolving conflicts as a way to keep someone busy and stuck in their personal experience with them. Ultimately, this leads to the loss of one's personal joy and happiness in life. The power someone has over another is in the manner they speak to them and respond reactively. A person will control others by responding to them in a pattern to create doubts and feelings of not being good or smart enough. They will personally cut down social responses, choices in clothing, and social status by reminders of how much better they are in all things. They will engage in abusive relationships where no one has a choice. They will do anything to win at all costs to maintain the status that may include isolating people, places, and things. Their attitude will try and convince you they know more than you. It is all about control. The only way to begin to unravel this is to connect to the conditioned experience in the relationships which permeates all aspects of the inner and outer process of filtering information and responding in the world. It becomes your experience until you notice it and choose to change it. Noticing the conditioning is the beginning of changing it. Social conditioning has made this behavior acceptable in our society. The glue that makes it stick and grow is the systemic labeling, assessing, and diagnosis of it without the skills to demonstrate the experience of change. The term mental health turns an inner functional behavior into an outside projection on others. The cycle continues as the label isolates it into a condition. People without authority throw the term around as though asking someone if they want more coffee. However, as a somatic empath, this author suggests there is an opportunity for shifting how someone perceives these types of situations and responds to them through learning patterns. As a practitioner of functional integration, she has supported people through the process in long-term experiences and witnessed changes through learning new ways by the cultivation of awareness and expanding learning. Learning this appears to be more logical than the free-for-all social conditioning that is seemingly the norm. Some of these long-term learning environments have been through the experiences are as follows. Acute situations in relationships of elder abuse, sexual assault, relationship conflicts with power over, under struggles, cheating, holding on when it's over, and restructuring for increasing connections. Domestic violence that includes both verbal and physical, parenting, adult-children relationships with older parents, addictions, and dying. And personal skill learning for depression, anger, and confusion. In these acute situations, a perspective will be through the lens of understanding social conditioning, functional movement, and emotional responses prior to dialogue. Functional integration through movement that responds to the felt senses in the environment is part of the conversation. Other learning experiences have been through the environment of available functional movement. There is a powerful pattern of movement available that can release trauma without going into the story. Trauma is not just one story or trying to invent memories to fit the physical response. It is a series of culturally conditioned experiences that influence reactive movement patterns. Functional movement patterns play a significant role in personal behavior and in all relationships. Another part of the conversation is the landscape environment and its stimulus. The hidden messages in the environment are a significant factor in how one responds and communicates. Knowing what the environment is stimulating within one as an outside influence is as important as what one is hearing and speaking. It is a hidden stimulus that holds the cultural conditioning of that person or people within it. The landscape environment is a part of social conditioning. Awareness through the landscape environment plays another significant role in personal behaviors and in all relationships. Google definition of rabbit has the gun. When the rabbit has the gun refers to a situation where the underdog or someone in a weaker position gains power and control, making the previously dominant party uncomfortable or disadvantaged. It is a reversal of traditional power dynamics where the traditionally vulnerable, the rabbit, now holds the power, the gun, leading to an unfavorable and enjoyable outcome for those who previously held the advantage. Announcing Renee's new podcast on YouTube. As the founder of the Inside Awareness Center for Integrative Somatic Learning, Renee Lindstrom will be offering insights into behaviors from the perspective of integrating movement, communication, and the environmental triggers as the core responses to the felt stimulus that stimulates reactions or conscious responses. After decades of tracking behaviors through experiences, Renee has discovered the lack of consciousness connection to the inside process that is the reality of any experience. Social conditioned learning has focused upon the conceptual aspect of living experiences, therefore effectively leaving a culture vulnerable and lacking the understanding of what is transpiring in the moment. A cultural experience in the moment is either following the influences put in front of them or ignoring them to follow a conditioned pattern. Both are dangerous to one's ability for free will to make choices where the outcome is serving others without knowing. This pattern is taking one further and further into discord within and without. Topics on this channel will be educational through novel ways for exploring expansion, bashing through some of the socially conditioned concepts from a somatic empathic perspective. It will include the aspects of 9 life areas that make up one's lifestyle, of which all connections are made in family, past and present, relationships, health, wealth, fame, career, and more. It will include the masculine and feminine energies within each person and the current yin and yang role play that has taken over society's focus of attention in this moment of history. If you find these topics for expanding personal consciousness through learning appealing, and it taps into your longing, felt sense, please like and subscribe to participate. Follow on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, X, Pinterest, and Tumblr. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content, and I'll catch you on the next one.